let's look at introductory prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrase, comma, independent clause. A complete sentence, stands by itself, subject, verb, complete thought. Now you'll see this really horrible looking version of a doghouse on the side of my paper. The reason that I have that there is because that's how prepositions were taught to me when I was in 7th grade. So they told me that you pretend Snoopy and the doghouse. If you don't know, use context clues to figure out that Snoopy is a dog, and obviously it's his doghouse. So the idea is that Snoopy can be in his doghouse, on his doghouse, by his doghouse, inside his doghouse, on top of his doghouse. So all of those words are prepositions, like in, on, around, under, behind, in front of. Those are all prepositions. They essentially kind of give you that location. So when thinking about prepositions, think Snoopy and his doghouse. So here are some examples. Across the room, a young girl peers into a mirror. Across the room is our prepositional phrase. You'll notice the comma. Across is our preposition. Okay. If we got rid of across the room, what's left is still complete. A young girl peers into a mirror. On the swings, 2 children sit quietly. On the swings is the prepositional phrase, comma, on is the preposition. So what are the 2 children doing? They're sitting on the swings. In the great square, half a dozen children screamed back at the night, trying to blot out the sound. Goldman 253. So in the great square is our prepositional phrase. In is the preposition. So what's happening in the great square? There are half a dozen children screaming out there. Okay, so prepositional phrases are simply the preposition at the start of the sentence, the rest of the phrase, comma, independent clause. And remember, when trying to remember what prepositional phrases are, think Snoopy and the doghouse.